Making pottery is like a therapy. It makes you calm. Making things with your hands gives some rest for me. My name is Steffan. I'm the owner of this small factory. The name is the Kandelaar. It's one of the two places in Delft that making the pottery from start to finish, and each item is entirely hand painted. Now we start with an empty mold. So we have the shape inside of the mold. It's a two pieces mold. We work with a clay from England now, white burning clay. So we buy clay and powder, make it liquid, and we pour a liquid clay into the mold. I'm in pottery business for 43 years. And I learned it from my father. He learned it from his father. I'm the fourth generation in my family that makes pottery. What I do now, I just wait. This takes about 35 minutes. In that time, it's a plaster mold, so that the mold starts absorbing the moisture of the clay. So the clay will start drying from the outside to the inside. And then after, let's say, 35 minutes, you're getting a layer of clay like this. That's enough. Then I take this one and I pour it out in here. So now it drips out. And we put it a little like this, otherwise you get the drops in the middle. It's possible that it starts to leak. So the inside of the vase, on the bottom it must be flat. And when you do it like this, you get the drops, and at the end you get drops like this, drying out. And then when you glaze it, and the drop, they don't get a glaze, start to leak. End of 1600, we had about 32 factories in Delft. It's a dying art. Business like this, it's difficult. Since last year, September, it's only two. So one of the factories, the Delft Peacock, the Delft Blue, closed because of COVID. Now it's only two. So this one and the Royal Delft, the famous one. That was a hard time. Yeah. That was hard. There was no tourism, and we didn't know what to expect. People say, okay, it's 3 weeks, a month. Then it was 2 months, 6 months, a year, and then there was no tourist season. And then for 2 years. So we had some help from the government, and we survived. And yeah, it was hard, but okay, we're still here. In the 3 hours, it starts drying and shrinking a little, so it shrinks itself loose. So I can take it out. And then I need my knife, so I will cut off the top. So what I do with this one, I let it dry over here for about 2 days. And then it's like this. The water goes out, it's still clay. Then you see the mold marks. This has water inside, this not. And then, so what I will do, I will start with my knife, take off all the mold marks. So
is this your favorite process?
This is my favorite process, yeah. Now I'm start smoothing it. A lot of people think it's porcelain because they call it Delft porcelain. They were inspired in the 1600s by the Chinese porcelain, and they call it Delft porcelain. So a lot of people think it's porcelain, but it's a ceramic. This is the first stage. This is after 2 days.
Yep.
And after 2 days, I take off the lines first with a knife, and then smooth it, and then it will be like this. And you can see now it's a moisture inside. So I let it dry for another day. And the moisture goes out, and then it's ready for the oven. The temperature is 980 Celsius, so it's almost 1000 Celsius. So starting from room temperature till the 980, it's about 9 hours. So you cannot open it the next day, but it's let's say after 2 days, because you have 24 hours cooling down, and then you can open it, and then it's ready for the painter. What she's doing now is she works with a pencil, so she starts making the lines for the design, and pencil lines, they burn away in the second fire ring. And now she starts painting. And the paint, that's a cobalt. It's an oxide, it's a metal paint. They were inspired by the Chinese porcelain, so it's a lot of flower designs. We have peacocks, so that the oriental designs. So what we still make, and we changed a little now with windmills. And she has different brushes for the different types of leaves or different shades of blue. It's on a water base, so more or less water gives you the different shades of blue. This is kind of purple, so that's the color of the cobalt. So the glazing, it will be blue. The chemical process, the chemical reaction with the paint and the glaze makes it to a shiny and blue finish. In the past it was or blue and white. What we do now, as you can see, we play with colors. So sometimes we do blue and green, or we put some touch of color to make it a little more ourselves or a little more modern for younger people. We have a lot of competition from the fake stuff, and a lot of people, they don't know about trademarks or how to recognize the genuine pieces from the fake ones. So this is our place. This trademark is what you find, let's say, on the back. This is the Delft Pico, but it's closed now. So then it's the Kandelaar, this place, and the Royal Delft. Now genuine pieces say Delft. A lot of fake pieces say Delft Blue or Delft Wear, hand painted, things like that. We do it like in the 1600s, always initials of the painter. And on the right side we have the code for the year. Now BN was a few years ago, for this year is BU, and that's 47 years for this place. This is a fake one, and you can see the difference in color also. And on this one, this is entirely hand painted. This is a print, and on this one only the clouds are hand painted. So the Royal Delft, that's the most famous factory. And when you put a crown on it, it looks royal. This is the Royal Delft trademark, but a lot of people think the crown is Royal Delft because it's royal, the crown looks royal. And you can see they say Delft Blue. So genuine pieces say Delft, fake ones say Delft Blue. Hand painted, the cloud. So no initials, but they're not lying. So because the clouds are hand painted. And what they do, they have a number 1805. They use a lot of numbers 16 till 1850 to let people believe it's old. So this is the glaze. What's in here? So it looks like milk. So I start like this. So when it has been glazed, it will be, let's say, white piece. Now you still see the paint. Almost. So and I glaze the back now. So now you don't see the painting anymore. So now it's ready for the last step, into the oven again, the one on the left. I must take off the glaze from the bottom, otherwise it melts to the kiln. In here, and when it's fully loaded, I will close it, fire it again for another 9 hours, 1040 Celsius. So the powder starts to melt, it will be transparent, and then the colors will come through the glaze. And at the end it will be like a piece in the shop. I don't like to work in an office, on a computer, or doing only one thing. Making pottery is like a therapy. It makes you calm. Making things with your hands and gives some rest for me. And you're making something from clay powder, let's say, and at the end it will be a piece of pottery. And then they do the painting and the glazing, and then you open the kiln after the second firing, and then it's a piece of art.